So, when I was in college, I did a bunch of random side jobs to make ends meet. One of them was house-sitting for a family friend who had this old, kind of spooky house out on the outskirts of town. Every year, they'd go on this long trip, and I'd take care of their pets and the place for a couple of weeks. The pay was good, so I didn't think too much about the house being kind of off. But this one summer, things got way too weird. They were going overseas for 2 weeks, and they told me they'd be out of touch. So, in case something went wrong, I had the contact list. It was just me and their cat at the house. The cat was pretty chill, though sometimes it'd stare at nothing, meow at empty rooms. But I brushed it off. First few days were just normal. Wake up, feed the cat, go to class, come back, hang out. Their house was close to school, so it was convenient. Then, one night, my friend Allie came over to hang out. He brought takeout, and as soon as he stepped in, he got all weird about the house. He was like, "Dude, this place gives me bad vibes. You sure you're okay here alone?" I was like, "Come on, it's fine." He kept saying he had a bad feeling, though. In the end, he insisted I should come home with him, but I didn't want to deal with my family. So, Ali leaves, and I do my usual thing. Check the locks, set the alarm, get comfy in bed. But then, out of nowhere, the TV turns on by itself. At first, I thought I sat on the remote, but no, the remote was on the nightstand. So, I get up, turn it off, lay back down. A few minutes later, it's on again, just static. At this point, I'm kind of freaked out, so I just unplug the TV. But the feeling's still there, you know. The next day, I tell Ali about it, and he's like, "You should have come home with me. This place is messed up." But I was too stubborn. That night, we ordered pizza and watched a movie. Then, in the middle of it, we hear something coming from the basement. At first, it was just a soft sound, kind of like a baby crying. We both froze and looked at each other like, "Did you hear that?" I thought maybe it was just the cat, so I figured I'd check it out. I go downstairs to the basement, calling the cat's name. The sound gets louder as I go down, but by the time I get to the bottom, it just stops. I flip on the lights and look around. No sign of the cat anywhere. At this point, I'm seriously creeped out. When I get back to the kitchen, Ali's just standing there, looking pale, and all 4 of the cats are suddenly around him, sitting calmly, staring at him like nothing's weird. But none of them followed me down to the basement. I didn't say a word. I just packed up my stuff and we got out of there. I didn't even care to grab my bag, honestly. I just wanted to leave. I ended up crashing at Ali's place because there was no way I was going back there alone. For the rest of the time, I'd go back during the day to feed the cats and clean up. But every time I went in, I felt like something was off, like I wasn't alone. It was like all the weird stuff from before was building up, and I didn't want to be around for whatever came next. The last day, I dropped the keys back in their hiding spot, left a quick thank you message, and made sure to let them know I wasn't going to be house-sitting for them again. No explanation, just a simple, "Thanks, but I'm done." I didn't even tell them what had happened, but when I called my sibling on the drive back to my parents, they kind of went quiet. After a long pause, they admitted they had their own experiences at that house, but never told me because they knew I needed the cash. Looking back, I really should have listened to my gut earlier. There was something off about that house the whole time, and honestly, I don't ever want to go back to it.